Okay, this sawmill is home. I've used it a little bit. As you can see, I got a little bit of moisture on here because yesterday I was in the rain. I've got actually 6 hours on this mill now. Wow, 6 hours. Works good. I've learned a little bit about some of the messed up things, you know, the messed up things that I've done. First things first, very fuel efficient Yanmar motor. 6 hours. I don't know if you can see that. That's 6 hours of use. And of course it wasn't filled right up to the tippy top, but yeah, 6 hours of use. This thing is a fuel sipper. That is the 47.5 or 48 horsepower Yanmar motor. I learned that when running the band through some hardwoods, or not hard, some hardwoods, when you're running it through hardwood at a pretty good clip, it's best to set your wood-mizer to continuous. And really, if you set it on continuous, you're going to want about 3. It'll really juice it up. It'll just be running that, trickling that water on there, because if you don't, as you can see, I did not release the tension on this yesterday, but I'm going to do it now. What'll happen here is your blade heats up. So the guy at wood-mizer actually told me to run it between 2,500 and 3,000 psi on this gauge, which is good. You know, that's fine. Seems to work pretty good. But when you're running it through the hardwood, she heats up, and then it starts to get, once it's in the orange, it's fine. It gets in the yellow, it'll actually start to porpoise if you're going too fast. You back it off and it'll be fine. But the second it gets into that white, oh baby, look out. It will do a nosedive or climb in the kerf, or in your cut, and it'll just zoop, it'll go, make a mess, throw the blade off it just stops everything, makes a mess. So anyway, what I found was I had it on pulse, and I was moving along pretty good clip, what I felt was pretty fast, and it would get down there, and then, you know, it would kind of linger around here. So what I did was I would, you know, I'd tension it up, you know, to make it so that it would be, you know, it would be in the right range, at least in the orange at that point. But then when I would stop it and, you know, throw a flitch or something off, then it would climb. The band would cool off, and then it would be up here over 3,000 psi, so that was not a good thing. So what I figured to do was to open up that wood-mizer, put it on continuous, put it at about 3, so it's really juicing it up. And that kept the blade cool enough that it was running in the upper part of this orange, and then I could really sail through the lumber. I mean, I made a lot of lumber in a short amount of time yesterday when I figured that little tidbit out. The other thing is, this computer, I can't say that it's complicated. It's just, you know, you look at it and it's overwhelming, because, you know, it comes on and you've got 4 buttons. This one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There are 16 different settings that you can do. And to figure out how to make these things work, it's really not that difficult, but when you highlight that, you know, it's, you know, you can change the thickness of your board right there, each and every one. I want them at 1, and then you can move all the way down here to the bottom one, and this you can set to, say, whatever, you know, if you want to set it to 1 and 1/32, 1 and a 16th, 1 and 3/32, 1 and an 1/8, and so on and so forth, then it will do that. That is the board on the deck. So if you do 1-inch boards and you say you want an 8-inch cant left behind, so you can make 1x8s or 3/4x8s or 1 1/8x8s, you can, it'll stop there, it won't go down any farther. So those were the programs that you do. You know, you can, it just, there it is. That's the next one. It went, so this is what the first program is. It's 1-to-1. It'll do 1-inch boards all the way down. That's the 6-inch cant. That'll leave you an 8-inch cant. That'll leave you a 10-inch cant. And then, of course, boom, you're back to 1, as you can see there. Number 2, it's 2 inches all the way down. Then it goes 2 to 4, 2 to 6, 2 to 8, and then, of course, 2 to 2 all the way across. You know, that's, you're back to your thing. And then number 3 was 1.5, and then it does a 1-inch, a 2-inch, a 3-inch, a 4-inch, a 5-inch, and then 6. It leaves you a 6-inch cant at the end. So again, you can do that. I think it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on all of them. These just have not been set up properly. So let's see, yeah, we go to number 4 and it's 2 inches all the way down, and number 8 it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're just not set up. So what I have to do there is what I have to do there is just program it, and learning to program it was a little bit tricky. So it's not that hard. The book is pretty self-explanatory. I had a really good YouTuber, a fellow out in Iowa. He just bought his mill. I guess it's his second mill. He had a 93 LT40 electric, and he sent me to a guy by the name of Bibby Old Man, and that guy did a better job of explaining the functions of the Setworks or AccuSet 2 than wood-mizer did. So it's just all on how it's presented. I'm a layman's kind of guy, layman's terms, you know, this is how it's done, this is what you do. I looked at the video, and the guy, that Bibby Old Man, was way better than the wood-mizer training. Not that the wood-mizer training was bad, it was great for introductory, but they skipped over so much stuff. Like this funky little button right here. I mean, it's set at 25-30 seconds. That's my return, or my reference, 25-30 seconds. It shouldn't be that, but that would be in there. So, you know, I really would like that thing to be somewheres around, say, this extreme blue is like pure alcohol. You just fill it up. And the only reason I'm using that now, it's not pure alcohol, it's water and alcohol, but the only reason that I'm using this is because it's winter time and it can freeze. Yeah, so I like the mill so far, and it's only a matter of time before we have milling videos up on YouTube, because, well, I like milling. It's fun. Yeah, it's work, but it's fun. It's fun work. So, yeah, I'm not going to be milling anything today because it's nasty outside, and I'm not going to mill inside. It's just not going to happen because it's just going to make a mess in here, and then I got a mess to clean up in here, and it's easier to clean a mess up outside than it is inside. But what I will be doing is putting that in there, so I'm ready to mill when I'm ready to mill. But thanks for watching, and coming soon is a milling video on me milling probably pine boards, because I'm going to do batten board on the back side of my house. It's not completed, and I've got the pine trees. They fell over in the storm, so that's what's going to happen. I'm going to mill those up, and you'll get to watch it. So thanks for watching this video.